Welcome to another episode of Creative Wednesday. This week we'll be continuing making our Shiba Inu and Chihuahua kit. In the first part, we made the Chihuahua. If you haven't watched it yet, you can go check it out. In this part, we will be making the Shiba Inu. On part 1, I mentioned that it was my first time trying feltings. I was actually really worried on how it might turn out, but thank you all for all your kind words. I'm happy to see that you guys think that it's good for my first try, so this Shiba Inu will be my second try. Alright, let's get started. So the final product of our Shiba Inu will look like this. Let's take a look at the instructions. The first step is the same as the Chihuahua that we made in part 1. So this is the Shiba Inu. For the brown color, we need 10 centimeters for the body and 8 centimeters for the head. Just roll it up and poke it until it's like this shape. After the shape of the body is done, then we have to wrap 8 centimeters of the brown felting wool to make the head. Here I've cut 10 centimeters and this is 8 centimeters. So we'll start by making the body. Alright, let's start poking. I will let you know how long this takes because large pieces tend to take quite a while to complete. Alrighty, I'm satisfied with how this looks. This took about an hour to make. I know it's a long time, but I wanted to make sure that it's nice and solid. So here's the 8 centimeters for the head. Again, wrap it up. I am going to start poking it again, and this might take approximately an hour as well. I feel like the base is really important, so I want to make sure that it's nice and solid. Keep poking it all around. It looks like this after about 20 minutes. It's still a little bit soft on the sides. As I predicted, this took about an hour in total to make the head. I feel like it's really important to take your time when you're making this to make sure it looks good. On to the next step. So we'll need to make 2 ears. It's kind of like a triangle shape and I need to leave the ends a bit loose to attach it onto the head later on. I'll just estimate it as about this much per ear. If it's not enough, I'll just add on more later on. Scrunch it up into something like this. The first ear is completed. On to the next one. It's pretty much the same method. Alrighty, both ears are now completed. It looks like this. Next, we need to take some white to make its snout and add a little bit of brown on top of the snout, like so. I'll take a little bit of this white and twist it. I'll add it onto the middle bit by bit. I think this is pretty good. The side looks like this. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the brown on top of the snout. So I've added in the brown. The side looks like this. Next, I think we will make the arms and the legs. It's the same length, so it's 4 of them. So I've made the arms and the legs. I skipped through this process really quick because this tends to be a little bit repetitive. Next, we'll need to make a tail. Again, I'm going to take a little bit of this brown and scrunch it up. So I've completed the tail. Alright, next we'll need to attach the ears onto the head. we'll need to add white in the middle of the ears and add a little bit of brown inside like so. I will attach on the left ear first. Let's spread out all these loose ends and position it onto the head. Let's attach on the other ear. So I've attached on the ears, and now to add the white and a little bit of brown in the middle. Alright, now let's add in the brown in the middle of the ears. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. Now we need to attach on the arms and the legs. I've attached on the arms and the legs. They look so cute. And on to the next step. Next up, we need to add on white onto the middle part of the stomach. It's the same as the Chihuahua that we did on part 1. So I'll just take a little bit of white. If it's not enough, I'll add on more later on. So I've added the white. Let's see what we'll need to do next. Next up, we'll need to make the nose and the mouth, and then add the plastic eyes. After adding on the plastic eyes, we'll add the 2 white patches on top of the eyes. So let's start by adding in the black for the nose and the mouth. This is really tricky to make, so I hope it turns out good. I'm quite happy on how the nose and the mouth turn out, and next we'll add on the plastic eyes. Next we'll add in the 2 white patches. Next up, we'll need to attach on the tail. Flip it to the back. So I've attached on the tail. Next, we'll need to use a needle and thread to attach on the jump ring. It will go from the bottom of the neck and up and down again. So this will be the second to last step. So it will go from the bottom of the neck and up. The final step is to add on the collar. It will basically cover up the ends of the thread at the back of the neck here. This time we'll be using this teal color, bluish teal. And completed! What do you think? Does this Shiba Inu look better than the Chihuahua? The only downside to this Shiba Inu is that I've used up all this brown, If they gave me extra, I would probably use it to fill in the back of the head because it turned out a little bit flat, but because we don't have the extra felting wool, I can't do anything about it. Other than that, it's pretty good. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Creative Wednesday. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and click subscribe if you're new to my channel. Do you want to see me make more felting kits or any other random kits? Do let me know down in the comments below. Again, thank you all for your support. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys next time. Bye!